Every time you get hit, it feels like I'm getting hit.
During the Great Depression, a common man hero, James J. Braddock the Cinderella Man was to become one of the most surprising sports legends in history.
This one fight and one fight only. It's not a comeback.
Looks like they dug old Jim Braddock out of retirement.
His career appeared to be finished. He was unable to pay the bills. The only thing that mattered to him, his family, was in danger, and he was even forced to go on public release.
Last time. Yeah, the same guy.
They say the paper's getting all sorts of letters from people saying you're their inspiration.
Braddock rocketed through the ranks, until this underdog chose to do the unthinkable, take on the heavyweight champ of the world, the unstoppable Max Baer, renowned for having killed 2 men in the ring.
This from the inside out! From the inside out! You can do it to me!
English teacher John Keating inspires his students to look at poetry with a different perspective of authentic knowledge and feelings.
No. To woo women.
Mr. Keating.
Some people like to rock, some people like to roll, but moving and a grooving's gonna satisfy my soul. Let's have a party.
This is a must-see movie, especially if you're a high school student who hates English.
Or do we mean what we say?
Vision, honor, discipline.
Rip! Shred to tear!
What is this Dick Poet Society? I want names.
Not only will this movie touch your heart and bring tears, it will inspire you to be a better teacher to others and to follow your dreams no matter what the boundaries may be.
Poetry, romance, love. These are what we stay alive for.
That's beautiful.
Sit down.
If there'd be a John Keating in every school, the world might just become a little more interesting. Definitely a must-see classic.
Williams as John Keating. He was the inspiration that made their lives extraordinary. Dead Poets Society.
Set against the glamorous golden age of Formula One racing in the 1970s,
The closer you are to death, the more alive.
the film is based on the true story of a great sporting rivalry between handsome English playboy James Hunt and his methodical, brilliant opponent, Austrian driver Niki Lauda.
This is nobody. Be a champion, it takes more than just being quick.
At first you think it's about racing cars, but it's not. It really does give you an insight into the human condition.
Will he put his life on the line the day that really matters? Welcome to the racing grudge match of the decade.
The story follows their distinctly different personal styles on and off the track, their loves, and the astonishing season in which both drivers were willing to risk everything to become world champion. In a sport with no margin for error, if you make a mistake, you die.
More powerful than the fear of death is the will to win.
I need to do something substantial in order to get the attention of the clubs.
Why?
Because they're exclusive and fun, and they lead to a better life.
In a fury of blogging and programming, what begins in his dorm room soon becomes a global social network and a revolution in communication.
Your social experience of college and putting it online.
Site got 2,200 hits within 2 hours.
22,000.
As Harvard student Mark Zuckerberg creates the social networking site that would become known as Facebook.
So did we?
$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool? $1 billion.
You're going to get left behind.
A mere 6 years and 500 million friends later, Mark Zuckerberg is the youngest billionaire in history, but for this entrepreneur success it leads to both personal and legal complications.
Your actions could have permanently destroyed everything I've been working on. We have been working on. Did you like being a joke? Do you want to go back to that? Mark!
This is our time.
Sure, Facebook will be around for a long time, so too will the legacy of this movie.
Violating individual privacy.
Your best friend is suing you for $600 million.
Jordan Belfort. At the tender age of 22, I headed to the only place that befit my high-minded ambitions.
Based on the true story of Jordan Belfort, from his rise to a wealthy stockbroker living the high life to his fall involving crime, corruption, and the federal government.
I started my own firm out of an abandoned auto body shop. We will be targeting the wealthiest.
DiCaprio gives stellar performance of great intensity and even greater tragedy while this tale of corruption, greed, and self-righteousness unfolds. It is our decision on which side we choose to live that makes the difference, for every individual but also society as a whole.
Tried to bribe a federal officer.
This is America. This is my home.
The final scene takes place at a straight-line seminar in Auckland, New Zealand. Jordan comes out to the crowd and stands before one man. He pulls out a pen and tells him to sell it to him.
Don't work for you, man.
You have my money taped to your boobs. Technically, you do work for me.